Sean, it was a devastating loss for Northern, but it was a great season for a team that made a lot of steps this year, and the senior class definitely left their mark.
That's right. When you look at your outgoing senior class, one thing you look at is if they improved over their time here. This senior class, when they started in 2006-2007, they went 15 wins, 24 losses, and 2 ties. Every year after that, they've improved. 2007-2008, they had 20 wins. 08-09, they had 19 wins, but were above 500. And this year, 09 and 2010, they were 20, 13, and 8. It was a great improvement, and they made the NCAA tournament for the first time in over a decade.
The team does lose some key players, Sean, but they bring a lot of talent back.
That's right, Pete. They're losing 6 seniors to graduation this year. Goaltender Brian Stewart, Ray Canisto, Matt Butcher, TJ Miller, Billy Smith, and Alan Dorich. But they're also returning Mark Olver, Gregor Hansen, and Eric Gustafsson, and also keeping intact the top 2 scoring lines. Question marks going into next season is going to be defense with the loss of TJ Miller and Alan Dorich, and also the goaltending if Reed Ellingson can take over the reins from Brian Stewart.
Who are some players you could see having breakout seasons next year?
Well, I think breakout seasons next year, you have to look at Chad Pitola. He had a great season this year. He actually filled in on the 3rd line towards the end of the season and got more playing time even in the NCAA tournament. Also, Tyler Braun, I think, is poised for a great junior campaign.
In addition to them, the team is bringing in a very solid recruiting class as well.
That's right, Pete. We do have a very good recruiting class coming in, as Walt Kyle said here on our show. Headlining that is goaltender Jared Carew. He has a 3.46 goals against average right now in the USHL in Lincoln, Nebraska. Unfortunately, those numbers don't indicate how good of a goalie he is. He's going to be drafted in the upcoming 2010 draft by all accounts that we've heard, and he should be a great addition to this hockey team for the next 4 years. Also, we have Ryan Doherty. He's a 6'2", 195-pound forward. He has 18 goals and 14 assists this season. Also is C.J. Ludwig, son of former NHL defenseman Craig Ludwig. He's coming in. He has 148 penalty minutes on the season, so he's not going to be a guy you can push around. And Sam McCullough, also playing in the British Columbia Hockey League, has 29 goals, 57 assists on the campaign so far this year.
Well, Sean, with the season coming to an end, it's time for you to hand out some awards, and we'll start right at the top with the team MVP. Who do you have there?
Well, my team MVP is going to be Mark Olver. He had 19 goals and 30 assists on the season, and he's a top 10 finalist for the Hobie Baker Award.
What about the Offensive Player of the Year?
Once again, I'm going to take Mark Olver as Offensive Player of the Year. All the offense really went through Mark Olver this year, especially on the power play. And as a senior coming in next year, he's going to be a Hobie Baker finalist favorite again, and hopefully we'll get the Cats and deeper into the NCAA tournament next season.
All right, we've got the Offensive Player. How about the Defensive Player?
My Defensive Player of the Year is TJ Miller. He had 4 goals, 11 assists for 15 points. And while those numbers don't jump out at you, he did block a lot of shots, and he epitomized what it was to be a Wildcat with the heart on the ice this season.
Who is your most improved player, Sean?
My most improved player this year is Justin Florek. Last season, he had 9 goals, 8 assists for 17 points. This season, 12 goals, 23 assists for 35 points. And he really helped anchor that top line with Mark Olver.
All right, Sean, how about the Unsung Hero of the Year?
My Unsung Hero of the Year goes to Ray Canisto, a senior. He really stepped up big for the Cats and became a presence on the second line. Not only is he a physical forward, he scored 18 goals this year and contributed 17 assists, and it was a great season for him, and hopefully he has some future prospects in pro hockey.
All right, we've got the Unsung Hero. How about the Newcomer of the Year?
My Newcomer of the Year is Kyle Fulmer. He had 2 goals, 12 assists for 14 points, and it was a great rookie campaign. He was named an honorable mention in the All-CCHA rookie team this year.
All right, Sean, any final thoughts on the season?
Well, at the beginning of the season, you asked if it was NCAA or bust for this team. And while many thought it was, I said it wasn't. It was a realistic goal, but it wasn't NCAA or bust. I think that the Cats proved themselves this season, and going into next season, they really set themselves up for a deep run into the NCAA tournament.
Hopefully the Cats can get back to the NCAA tournament next year and make a deeper run. Well, Sean, that's going to wrap up a great season, and that's going to do it this year for Cat Chat. So until next fall, for Sean Kelly and the entire Cat Chat crew, I'm Pete Francis. Go Cats!